we're going to talk a little bit about that too. But just rest in peace, George. Your name was not gone for loss. So that's my racial profiling. I've never really had a problem outside of that. I have been pulled over by that, but I've never had. But it's for all of us, right? We all think, oh, okay, it's all the Caucasians, white people, whatever you want to call it. They're against the blacks, but we have the same racial profiling. I remember running into Georgia, right? So I'm running down through Georgia, and it was so foggy. I don't even know what I was doing on the road, but I was kind of caught in this fog. It was late at night. I was kind of at the end of my day, just getting ready to go into a truck stop. And I remember blowing by the scale house. And you guys may have heard this. If you've heard the podcast for a while, you probably heard this, where I was actually, I blew right by the scale. I was empty. I was on my way down to pick up something. So I was empty. I go by the scale house, realize the scale house was open. Like, that's how bad it was. I could barely see the sign for the scale house. And at that point, I stopped. I pulled over after I'd gone by. I go, oh my God, the scale house is open. I just went by it. Now, what do you think? Okay, if you're a driver in Georgia, probably the first thing you think is, man, you're going to get a whooping. That's what they say, right? And so I walked in. I didn't back, but I parked my truck on the side and I walked back to the scale house because I was empty. I took my logbook. Figured that they were going to give me the runaround, and I walked in, and sure enough, I go in there, and there was a black guy, a big black guy there, and another guy who were the enforcement officers there. And I said, "Listen, guys," I said, "I'm sorry, it's so foggy. I didn't think you'd be open, and I didn't see the sign until the last minute. I was going too far. I didn't even see the lights." Because I think in those days, they didn't even actually have the lights in a lot of them. They just had the sign, so it was either open or closed, and I think that's why, because if it lights, I probably would have seen it. But anyway, for whatever reason, I didn't see it till the last minute. Went in, told them, said, listen, guys, I'm sorry. I didn't mean to blow it, I'm empty. Here's where I'm going. Here's my logbook, And so sure enough, the guy says, I don't know what the other guy's name, but he says, hey, Butch, what are we going to do with this guy? And I'm thinking, here we go. So you're talking about stereotyping. I'm going, you know what? Here we go. And the guy was nice, and he just let me go. He said, just be careful. So, you know what? We all...